Well, hello and welcome. I hope you're all doing well. In my true style, I have to go have an x-ray tomorrow because last night, and this is what I get for not streaming. When I don't stream, I get myself into trouble. I fell down my stairs, spectacular fall, fell down, my shoulder took most of it, bounced off the stairs, the step, put my feet out to stop, and you wouldn't believe it, my toe hit the railing, and it's so swollen. Anyway, I had to go back to the doctor for a follow-up for my ears, and I said to doctor, I've done something to my toe, and he's looked at it and he goes, I think it's broken. I can still move it. I said, well, it's not really giving me lots of pain. And he goes, because it was the middle toe. And he goes, well, he said, those ones often they don't. So I've got to have an x-ray tomorrow. Oh, the funny thing is, I got up and I started laughing my head off. I thought it was funny, and then the pain set in. But for those of you who have seen my feet photo, this is worse. One toe is like purple and black. It is gross. So I'm off to have an x-ray tomorrow because I had a fall. The other thing that happened today that's rather significant, are you trying out for the Olympic team? Oh, I've been an idiot. Yeah, of course. Peter, hello. So Victoria's had 4 cases now. The 4th case came out today. That's been linked to the Indian strain. Good to see you didn't bite your tongue so you can laugh. The Indian strain. So we haven't gone into lockdown, but we have to now wear masks indoors again. And we have restrictions on, so we can only have 5 people in our house per day and 30 people at a public event. Weddings and funerals at this stage are fine. So there's certain things that can still go ahead. So even school teachers now have to wear masks unless they're teaching under 12s. No. So anyway, so that came in at 6 o'clock tonight. So I've had to dig out my masks again. We've had to wear masks on public transport still, and on aeroplanes and in ride chairs. So from that aspect, but just a little bit of indoors. So they're just trying to keep a lid on it. But this case came from somebody traveled from overseas, went to South Australia, did quarantine, did his 14 days quarantine, had negative tests, flew into Victoria, got tested and was positive. So I'm a bit concerned because it seems like the people what they call quarantine breaches are all coming between days 14 and 21. So maybe we need to relook at extending quarantine. But I would just like the federal government to roll out their vaccines quicker. Guess you're all sick of me saying that. However, that being said, my mum and dad, my mum's 70 and my dad's a couple of years younger, they both got their vaccines on Monday, their first. So that's what's happening. I wear a mask just to protect any citizen. At least we're not in lockdown again. That is yes, Lee. I'm very happy we're not in lockdown again. How is Harrison? Harrison got diagnosed with Bell's palsy. So the right side of his face has weakened. So he talks like Popeye a little bit, which is really sad to see him do that. Now he's only got sight in one eye, and that's the eye that's the side that's suffering the Bell's palsy. So he's had blurriness of his sight as well. So but he seems to be doing all right. He's a tough little kid. He's gone through lots. They haven't worked out what the cause of it is, but what they've said is that it could be a bit of a recovery. He may go back to normal, or he may have a slight droop. They don't know yet. However, he does have to go back and see his neurologist again. I think the good thing about him going to the hospital was that they did MRIs and CT scans, and they've checked everything, and there is something that's shown up on the CT scan that wasn't there in his last one. So yeah, and he's not very happy with me because he wanted to go live from his hospital bed at the Children's Hospital, and I wouldn't let him. So he wanted to say hello to you all, but I wouldn't let him. So all going well. Within the next couple of weeks, we'll do another live with Harrison. But yeah, he said, I want to go live. I said, no, I can't have you go live from hospital. I didn't want people comparing me to somebody else. Well, that's what he said, Sarah. He said I was so mean. He did say I was mean. I do. He actually, every day I have to read the community tab out to him, and I have to start at the top and go all the way down the bottom and read every message. I know he told the nurses that he was YouTube famous and that he was a VIP, and they should treat him as somebody who has lots of fans. He was showing them at the hospital all the comments as well. Can he record a message for you? Yes, I think he can. I can ask him to do that. I can definitely get him to do that for you. Oh, he's some boy, all right. Let me tell you that. He's unique, one of a kind. Definitely. And it's funny that everybody that meets him remembers, does not forget him. May not know anyone. I mean, there's sometimes I actually have to go and introduce myself as Harrison's auntie because, that's the only way. Can I read the community tab? Yeah, I know you can't read it on your iPad. Oh, well done, Wind Whispers. That's really good to know. Well, it's interesting with the latest stuff that's going on in Melbourne. They're saying for people to get vaccinated, but they're turning away everybody under 50. You can only get vaccinated if you're over 50 at the moment. So, I just know that until everybody's vaccinated, these things are going to happen. And I will not be surprised if we don't have a snap lockdown at some point in time. And if it could happen like Monday or Tuesday, because that's when I've got my exams. Hello, boy. That's when my exams are due. And so I'd love to have them pushed back just a little bit so I can start studying. I'm a bit naughty. So, hello there, Amber Chick. Wishful thinking. Well, it was interesting at the start of the year. Everybody started talking about going back to uni, and I said, I don't know that I'm ready to go back. I don't know that I'm ready to be around people. And I remember saying, I'm either going to be the smartest person, or I'm going to be the fool, because at that point I thought that there would be some type of something happen that would cause some type of uneasiness, and it looks like that's happening. How ironic that this year I turned 49, not looking forward to 50s, but so wanted to be this year. It's interesting, isn't it? I know the government's getting a lot of stick in Parliament about it at the moment. So if anyone doesn't know what I mean by stick, it means they're getting a lot of criticism. Hello, Christoph, as always. I've heard them say the Prime Minister had 2 jobs: quarantine and vaccinations, and he's failed on both. So, and the other thing that they've all come out to say, the other thing that they were all saying today was that hotels are not designed to be quarantine, and there's been 18 quarantine leaks due to, the facilities not being adequate. So anyway, I guess you don't really want to hear me talk about my me whinging about the government. So I don't know how much you've seen about of our friend Katie Joy the last 2 days. I have really not paid much attention. No, because that's right, Sarah loves donuts. The last 2 leaks have come through vents. They actually had to pay to get all the vents redone. So, has anyone? I'm always down to complain about the quarantine thing. Yeah. Well. First of all, Peter, I was going to say, first of all, you're in the middle of nowhere, and I think the feds run that, don't they? Harrison was in hospital yesterday, and it's been determined that he's suffering from Bell's palsy on one side of his face, and it's the side of his good eye. He actually only has sight out of one eye. And so that's where the Bell's palsy is hit. It's pouring with rain. I've got a tin roof. Speak up, I can't hear you. So I wanted to know if you'd caught up with the antics or of our friend Katie Joy. So he can't drink out of a cup at the moment. He has to have a straw. He can't drink out of a straw. So, he can only drink out of a straw at the moment. So, yeah, he's very brave. He has to have eye drops 3 times a day, and they have to do it. They do it for him at school. So when the first aid person has to do it. We're not sure. I'm not sure whether it is related to his knock at all. In the middle of, and they have given control to have they? But it's a federal owned facility though, Peter. They've got the feds have got Christmas Island. They could have got sorted out, but anyway, that's one of my pet peeves. I'm sure there is some vacant facilities somewhere that they could put them in. I said what they needed to do was for 1 month they all go to one state, then the next month they go to the next state, next state, next state, next state. Yeah. So did anyone see the rant the other day about the Catholic Church? That was that upset a lot of Catholics about purgatory. And I noticed the story changed slightly again. No private owned. Okay. That means my son's stuff tomorrow. No. Well, maybe it was good that you didn't see that one if you were Catholic, particularly if you were Catholic, because that was pretty vile. And vile is probably the nicest word that I can say about it. You haven't glanced? I missed it, but I can imagine. I have actually been accused of bullying and harassing said person, which I'm still trying to work out how. I am agnostic, and it was vile to me. Well, it was, for me, Peter, it was absolutely offensive. And to... Yes, Sarah, apparently. Which is one reason why I've tried to behave myself the last week or so. I've tried to behave myself. So yeah, I had to so anyway, but yeah, that, talking about the Catholic Church like that, I found to be really quite vile. Let me pull up the Instagram post that she did. I think if there is a bullying spectrum, you are at the bottom level. Thank you, Busy Bee. Oh, you know what, Sarah? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But other than the fact that I've been accused, how wonderful it is to be called a bully by the actual bully. And usually I'm the person that is bullied. So I'm usually the soft target. So it's quite different. I can imagine she's just so well, I mean, there was a whole, was that the one where she was saying, who is it today? There's one where she's defending herself that she doesn't hate Christians. That's right. I think I did show it to you because I talked about the fact that Father Mike name got changed to Father Jerry. Did we talk about this one? That Father Mike is now Father Jerry? And because she's talking about her dad was a Protestant and had to sign an agreement with the church that would not interfere in her mum raising them Catholic. But now she's talking. She said, I enjoyed confirmation classes, but our priest, Father Jerry, which I misspoke calling him Father Mike recently. I'm sorry, I'm 42 and it's been almost 30 years since it's happened. But these are her posts for today. It's interesting that the play buttons made an appearance again briefly. I thought she said her dad was Jewish. She said her dad had a Jewish friend, and I think that was the other day, wasn't it? Actually, at you saying Father Mike changed to Father Jerry. Yes, he did. He changed to Father Jerry. Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Michael Jerry gives me a bit of Irish Catholic feel, which she dismissed. She wouldn't admit that there was liberal Catholics. She wouldn't agree. Apparently, there's only Roman Catholics and everything else. No one else. There was no other type of Catholics. So it was a really bizarre, very bizarre. Sarah loves Stoners. I think it was just recently she said that about the Jewish, and that because her dad used to say that Jesus wasn't really God's son and all that sort of stuff. Busy Bee. Right. Now, what I have heard, and that's in this live, is that she stated that she has a business meeting tomorrow. and she may not be around much. So, watch this space, eh? So here we go. This was her life. Thank you to Mrs. Care. You are a legend, Mrs. Care. I actually was I think I was at the doctor. I don't know. I was doing something important when this happened.
Film.
Isn't true.
So tomorrow you may
Oh, she's going to start it off. All right. That's not true. The church has evolved. Don't know if it's a settlement hearing or anything like that. I mean, there's lots of people speculating that it's about the mediation. I mean, and don't forget, and like there was, I think the viewer's voice did something about Tuddy's name being on a Twitter post, and you know, like there's signs she's coming back to Twitter. But don't forget that. I mean, I don't know how it works, but if I was Tuddy, I'd be very concerned about what she's doing with the Duggars, because it's, you know, I don't know how she could guarantee she was going to keep her mouth shut. Tardy return coincidence. Yeah, it was just like a cappuccino with marked in it, tardy and a love heart or something, you know, in there with the chocolate. On I think Halo Beauty's Instagram, or was it Tardy's Instagram? Somebody picked it up. So the speculation is that she's returned to Instagram, and now Katie's saying she's not going to be around. So you read into that whatever you will. I don't know. All right, so let's have a watch. And I have sped this up because we know how hard it is.
Say hello. So I don't know if I'll have any time to put out videos tomorrow. I filmed a video today, so I have to edit that, and I'll probably edit that tomorrow, but I don't know that I'll have any time to film. So tomorrow you may not get as many videos. Sorry for those of you that are used to normal content. Tomorrow is
Can I hear a party going out? Someone put on IG with Tuddy with 2 fans taken recently. Yes, I know. I saw that as well. Tuddy will probably need a super. Well, the thing is, Will, she did say, I think was it last week, that she doesn't sign NDAs. So I don't know. I can't help but thinking whether all the Duggar content was to get money to pay Tuddy. But I'm just speculating here. I'm just throwing ideas out. I got really no idea. Except it's going to be a nice, quiet day tomorrow. That's all I know.
It's a busy day. I've got some business stuff I have to take care of. So today, you might die without a Duggar. Well, you know, one of the videos...
I might die without a Duggar update. Really? There's no Duggar update.
Edit for tomorrow.
There's no Duggar update. Nothing has happened. Have you thought about getting a virtual assistant to edit your videos? Well, I haven't watched one of her videos in a while. Is the editing any better? I either don't edit or I have a master editor do my editing.
So today, you might die without a Duggar. Well, you know, one of the videos that I have to edit for tomorrow, no, I don't need anyone to edit my videos, honestly. I don't film them ahead of time, and it wouldn't make sense. Editors can't work at the speed that I work at.
You want to make a bet? Where is Rick talking about edit? Where is Rick? Can't do KJ today, but hope Harrison and Joe are feeling both better. Tidy and Saltsy require a lifelong NDA if they settle. I'm sorry you can't do KJ today. It's Christoph and always. I haven't seen this one either, so this is totally me unedited, and I'll probably get another email. But anyway.
I would have to send over everything. They would take forever to finish it, and I wouldn't be able to get out the content the way that it needs to be done. I do this.
Really? Where's Rick? It depends on the length of the video.
Sort of like news that's breaking, and when you do it that way.
News that's breaking? She does breaking news. I didn't know that. Did you know that? She does breaking news. KJ can buy another computer, really? She said public figure never had blue check mark on social. Really? Bizarre. I heard something about another computer.
When you do
Someone says, honestly, Katie, I prefer the videos that are longer and have more content than constant ones.
do it that way, you have to wait. And it's just the same reason why I don't have people do my thumbnails, or I'm just really picky. Really picky. And editing isn't that hard, and I'm not doing super long videos, and they're not really that complex. So I'm actually going to get a second computer is what I'm going to do, because then I can, when I'm filming, film multiple at the same time, then I can edit one and then render, and while that renders, I can edit on my second computer. So yeah.
Get a second computer? Why? I don't understand. There was one day where there were multiple videos put out at once, and Rick had actually edited them all the same time, and I filmed them. We have a system, and they were uploaded. Not complex. As I said, I haven't seen her videos at the moment. Maybe we need to watch one and see how complex the editing is, but I haven't seen it for a while.
And a lot of YouTubers have multiple computers, so that's not anything abnormal. Yeah.
Oh, I have one, but then I'm not a YouTuber, am I?
I just wouldn't be able to like rely on someone else to edit something. That's OCD and ADHD. It's true. So yeah, for sure. I'm too controlling when it comes to my work. I don't like anyone to touch anything, but I'm doing that.
I'd only go to KJ if it's absolutely the last thing I want to know. There's nothing else in the world to listen to, but even then, I'd rather listen to silence. More computers, more professional. Yeah. You don't need to edit if you're on Instagram live all the time. That is true. That is true. Well, yeah, when you're on Instagram live all the time, you can't. Hello, Sheena.
It's the same reason why I don't take sponsorships, because I get offered these sponsorships. Like, for instance, like last week, 2 weeks ago, I got offered a sponsorship for some sort of game. I can't remember what the game was. It was like a bingo game. And I would have had to do a 2-minute spot, and I would have had to send them the spot ahead of time for them to approve. And then I was like, and then I was like, wait a minute, is this? And they're like, well, there's cash prizes with this. And I was like, wait a minute, is this a gambling app?
If you have to do a 2-minute spot, you only have the 2-minute spot to the start of your video. You don't have to change it every time you do a video. Doesn't she realize? Does she not realize that? By the way, I haven't been offered sponsorship. However, if any sponsors are watching, I'm listening. Too perfect, knows everything. Why would that's right. So so a lot of my videos I'll do in one take. So a lot of the stuff I just pretend I'm live, and so you get the mistakes and all. But I'm trying to get them in so that so that they can be edited, so they look a little bit more professional. And you can always tell. Let me just tell you, you can always tell when Rick is edited and done the thumbnail because his are absolutely amazing. KJ needs her own Rick.
And I'm like,
well, they do. They are in the same state, in the same time zone. We're not even in the same time zone. That's big. Oh, it is big lead. Good stuff. Well, she's saying that she can. Well, one is uploading. She can be editing on the other computer, but I just don't know. I mean, I don't know why you would need to have two. You know what you're doing, then one PC would be enough. You are not picky. You just don't know what you're doing. I have two screens. And I think that's all you need to do. It sounds like if she can't edit, why can't she edit when the other one is rendering? I don't understand that, because I would have thought you'd have it on one side and then you'd do the other. I don't understand that. She's offered, but they may not go with her, nor they may not either. She's a phone, iPad, and well, that's right. Sometimes I do stuff on my phone. All the music videos and stuff I do on my phone, upload from my phone. I mean, and I'm no good at any of this, but I have two screens. So often, so for example, I've got myself or StreamYard on this one, and then the one that's next to me is the video. So I'm doing this with two screens. It's, you know, I did think about getting a third one, but I thought that might be a bit excessive.
This related to gambling, and they're like, well, I guess it would fall under like the gambling side of things. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing gambling apps. I don't want anything that can get people like addictive things that, you know, because a lot of those apps, especially with the games, with the pay ones, even if they're free, people get addicted to them. So I don't want to have like, I won't promote that kind of stuff. And then another one they wanted me to do was Adam and Eve, which is like what a lot of the YouTubers do. They're like the intimate toys and stuff. And I was like, that wouldn't fit my channel. Am I like that with everything?
Someone says, didn't you have an incident with your son and paid apps? Just finished. I pray you put this general away podcast. I know you wait for people to reach out to you, but would love to see you do an interview. I don't think they're going to want anything to do with her after she stole their stuff, allegedly. Actually, is that video still up? I haven't checked, because I wonder where that got taken down.
Admissions before? What are you talking about? I don't think that guy's going to want to be interested. I don't think he's going to want to be interviewed. But I pray you put this journal away. I don't. Why is that relevant to what we're talking about, Terry? Why are people showing up with me? Or why are you asking about my previous jobs? Did you guys all come from the same group? There's like 3 questions now about my jobs. I don't know if I will. I try to respect people's boundaries.
I don't know what to say about that one. Is that sped up? Because that's still rather slow. There it is. I'm going to speed up a little bit more. Just doing my heading. But see, if you watch the viewer's voice, he uses the same ad on his videos. So, like, you would only have to do different, like, one day, she'd only have to spend a couple of hours filming a couple of different ad segments, and then you just would rotate them through your videos.
So he didn't want people profiting off of his content, so I don't talk about it. I made one video on it, and then that was it. So I don't see how that would work.
Boundaries. KJ, no, there's nothing about boundaries, says Aunt Lizzie. Yes, HelloFresh was the best per KJ until no sponsorship. Now she eats M&M's for dinner. Oh, she said he didn't want people profiting off it, and then she made one video off his video. So she just admitted to monetizing his video. Someone says, no, just curious because I think you're cool and want to know more about you.
So anyways, yeah, I didn't want to do the Adam and Eve stuff, and I also didn't want to do the gambling sponsorship. Yeah, I don't know why people are asking about my other jobs. It's completely irrelevant and unnecessary.
Maybe they want to know whether she was a journalist in her past life.
Yeah, I know you don't reach out and would have people come to you. That's actually not true. I just try to respect people's boundaries.
There you go. Someone says, good for you. I like that you stay classy. Yes, she's classy. What is the use of HelloFresh sponsoring Todd Cooks, not KJ?
And when it comes to this cult, you have to understand that everyone's got different deconstruction that they're going through, and some people are comfortable with talking about it and other people are not. And some people want a specific kind of platform, and some people don't want a platform that's like mine. You know, they might want a more educational type platform. They might want a platform that's more focused on faith or whatever it is.
Katie, I saw people release an article of Anna sticking with Josh. They apparently spoke to a few sources. You were good at spilling the tea without burning anyone. I appreciate that you turned those down. People are curious, that's all. When you're a fan of something, you like to know more.
I don't want to... I don't know. I just try to be mindful.
Oh, I've just realized what's happening here. I don't want to, and it says be rude. Did you see what happened before? I'm going to just take this back. I'm sorry. Watch the comments.
I just try to respect people's boundaries. And when it comes to this cult, you have to understand that everyone's
watch
that
911.
Some people are comfortable with talking about it and other people are not. And some people want a specific kind of platform. And some people don't want a platform that's like mine. You know, they might want a more
911, I give up.
platform. They might want a platform that's more focused on faith or whatever it is. I don't want to
be rude.
I don't know.
Too late.
I just try to be mindful.
Hello, Gail. Oh, Gail, you've missed heaps. Hello, how are you, Gail? Can you read what Mrs. Kerr is writing to? It's too small to see on my TV. Yeah, she just said in that gap, she wrote be rude and then too late. I'll take it back a little bit again. I'll take it back just a little bit more. So it says be rude, too late.
I don't know. I just try to be mindful.
Oh.
I don't want to.
So she's writing be rude. I've got to say, I don't see her doing Adam and Eve or Hello Fresh sponsorship because she's a complete turn off and she makes folks lose their appetite. That wouldn't work out. So it says, yeah, be rude, too late.
I don't know. I just try to be mindful. Like, Todd wasn't on board with an A&E sponsorship. No.
Oh, so Todd wasn't on board. Went on. Todd wasn't on board with the A&E sponsorship. I feel like you guys could make a cute ad. There you go. Oh, I love when Mrs. Cares enters her comments in there. They're hilarious. That's all right, Gail. We missed you. So did you lose power today, Gail? I know there's a lot of people in Brisbane lost their power today. Did that include you? Or were you one of the lucky ones that had power? You haven't really missed much, Gail. It's still very much, there's been no change, very much the same old, same old. Although the cast of people being offended is just being spread wider. I think just about everybody's been offended now, if they weren't before. Yeah, it was out. I heard it was Dan Andrews' fault, Gail. He's getting the blame. He's got the blame for that.
Be mindful. Like, Todd wasn't on board with an A&E sponsorship. No, it has nothing to do. Actually, I just turned it down. Because I have a lot of moms that are watching my videos, and there's like so many kids that watch along with their parents. So I always try to keep in mind like the little ears.
Oh. Hang on, how could Todd and her do an Adam and Eve sponsorship? You didn't see the video from last night, the one that about the Catholic Church. It was they said goodnight to each other. Let's just say that. And I just can't with her anymore. Yeah, I've sort of gone off for a little bit too. Kids watch, no way. Yeah, so she's mindful of. Oh, I've made a live with you. It's 4 and I wake up with stomach ache. So hey, hello, you cherry girl. Her kids watch with their moms. Yeah, I mean, you can't watch it. There's no way you could watch her Instagram lives. There's no way you could watch her Instagram lives. The stuff that's been spoken about on Instagram is just, and the stuff that's been on. Oh.
Kids that watch along with their parents. So I always try to keep in mind like the little ears when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I have little ears in my house. I have an 8-year-old. And sometimes my husband will be watching videos while I'm of mine when my son is sitting there with his iPad. So I wouldn't want to be talking about inappropriate adult stuff.
Really? Look, I look at it this way. Katie's almost correct, always correct, like nail on the head correct. Rarely, if ever, does she have to eat her words. Someone else has written here, does Todd ever see his other son, Daniel? We have seen her talk to her little ears. Who was watching when Todd sent a super chat for her just because she hadn't said goodnight to their son or something? Do you remember that? So someone's written about Todd having another son called Daniel. Don't know.
I would do stuff like I would do Audible. I actually told the company that's been reaching out to me lately that I would just prefer more home goods stuff or
more home goods. Todd has another son. Yeah, I never let my son sit and watch. I have a 4-year-old. Well, don't know. That has not been verified. And I must say, I would have thought that if that was true, somebody in the community would have revealed that already. I don't know. I really don't know in whispers.
Or like clothing stuff or just stuff for moms, skincare, whatever that a mom would use, makeup, it doesn't even have to be makeup. I don't really care about that kind of stuff, like household products, that kind of stuff would be more. No, my husband does not have another son. They're just trolling. Yeah, like Amy's shop or other stuff like that, sure.
Oh, she wants Amy to sponsor her. She wants her house filled with furniture, not her adding plus toys. Who would be reaching out to her? I don't know. Audible. Can you imagine listening to her?
Norwex is actually a multi-level marketing product. This is like my second can today. It is blackberry. I'm just picky. Sponsorships are so hard because they require that you do the spot and then they have to approve it. And then they have to then you have to tell them like when you're going to put out the video. Yeah.
Can't handle anyone. This says can't handle anyone.
And then last year
else,
I took a sponsorship with the coldest water because they told me that was just water bottles. And I thought I was literally just like
can't handle anyone else having a little bit of control. It's written here.
Promoting a single water bottle. And then suddenly after I signed with them, then they're like, oh,
having a little bit of control in your life. Can't handle anyone else having a little bit of control in your house. Ridiculous advocacy. That is worrying my worries. Oh, yeah, you haven't. Oh, I don't know how much you've watched lately, Gail, but it's probably the worst that I've ever seen myself.
Oh, we have network marketing options, and if you recruit people to sell this too, you can make more money. And then I was like, see ya. I didn't even get paid. I didn't even get paid. They never paid me.
But did you do the work?
Yeah. And that's like Teamy. You know those bottles of like where they're trying to sell you tea, like TEMI or iTeamy. They're like, buy this drink and use these greens. Yeah, that's owned by Scientologists. So I will not promote Teamy. They actually
MLM bad, exploiting are good. Oh, you caught up with a few videos today? Yeah, she's been, it's been off the rail. Plus, Gail, I've had an accusation that I've been bullying her. So there you go.
Reached out to me and I was like, is this an MLM? And then someone that left Teamy was like sending me photos from inside their offices, and it was all these like Scientology books. And the woman that owns it is a Scientologist that like lives in the same building as Tom Cruise. Yeah. I don't know. I literally just tried bubbly today. So this is literally the first day I've ever had bubbly.
MLM bad, buying you super chats good. There's never a rail to begin with. I heard that a source close to the Duggars are going to go after her. Hey, look, I've been here in that rumor too. Sorry to hear. Look, it's part of the course. Part of the course. Seriously, it's part of it. It's just, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high on YouTube and then you're shot down in May. I don't know.
Amway. Oh, I've just started today. That's black cherry.
I come to think of it, you are one of the few who don't do sponsorships. Seems like there's a lot more freedom in staying away from it.
It's a lot of work for the sponsorships, to be honest, and then you have to sign contracts, and I'm really picky about who I sign contracts with because I don't like to be in contracts.
Oh, she doesn't like to be in contracts. Not looking good for her business meeting tomorrow. Doesn't like contracts, doesn't like NDAs.
And then there's other companies that reach out and they're like, hey, you can totally we'll sponsor you if you buy our products. And then I'm like, no. Like, I do Amy's clothes, but I don't think I've ever made any money on it. And I just do that because I like her clothes. Like, I don't care about actually making money on that. Like, I would buy her clothes regardless.
Pity she is a well out backstabber. Yeah, contract requires her to be accountable.
Not have caffeine. Yeah. And then they could be like, we're dropping our sponsors. And then it's like, I don't want to rely on sponsors.
Her clothes are gross. Is what the comment is here.
Sponsors actually don't pay that much in the grand scheme of that. You make way more money on ad revenue if your channel is healthy. If your channel is healthy.
Not as much as trauma does, right?
Amy's quality of clothing is wonderful. I have a skirt on by her right now. I love her clothes. There's only one shirt I've ever bought that I didn't like, and that was because I bought the shirt because I was wanting to think outside of the box. Like, I try to buy stuff that maybe I wouldn't normally wear, and I didn't like it. But I didn't return it because I was like, I made the purchase. I know. Yeah, you get 50% off everything. I noticed true crime channels and Phil DeFranco have to rely on sponsors because of their content. I think you just have to be careful. Technically, some of the content I've done about the Duggars related to Josh would, if I don't do it correctly, would not be monetized. But if you can do it correctly with censoring your words and being careful in how you discuss topics.
Actually, you know what she does? This is where she's really clever. She does all her really controversial stuff on her Instagram because she knows that people like me will show it and we get stung by she knows that our videos won't get monetized. That's why she does it. At some point, her son walks by and she pays absolutely no attention to him, whatever. She's got so many to be cancelled from sponsors. She knows they will go after her as well. Perhaps it was something Todd. So that's where she's very clever because she knows if she says her most controversial stuff on here, we all get done.
So it's not overly sensitive and upsetting. You can make money. I think you just have to be smart about how you do it.
Well, we all commend you. Welcome, Villanova. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Is there an actual point to her doing this live? I don't think so, Laura. There's no special department of Scientology. They just deal with like any. Someone says, is that why you use abbreviations? And then didn't Justin copyright strike you for going against his wishes and monetizing the video he made? Why she's allowed to be terrible. I know. He said that he notified YouTube and he would leave it to YouTube to decide. So
Duggar stuff didn't happen. They were doing. Why does Reddit keep?
You make me sick.
No, he did not copyright strike me. Yeah, it wasn't a sting. just have to be really careful. You can't curse within the first like 3 minutes. You can't be overly graphic in the first 3 minutes. They actually expanded their monetization guidelines and they opened them up quite a bit a few months ago.
There you go. You can't curse in the first 3 minutes and you can't be graphic. In fact, if you actually watch, she actually clickbaits you. Then she puts a video clip that is long enough for you to watch before you even know what the video is about, so that she gets her AdSense money. And then if you switch off, she's already got you. So she's as I said, she's very clever. She should really work for a politician. She's that, you know, she knows how to manipulate the situation, in my opinion. Oh, thank you. You have to pull back from watching anything about her because it gets so frustrating. She just, yeah, and that's why I try not to show as much, a lot either. I'm trying to pull back as well. Trying to come up with intelligent stuff. Please repeat that, Joe. So what I said, if you watched one of her videos, she'll always put footage of the Duggars in the first 30 seconds. So before you get paid, someone has to watch your video for a certain amount of time. So by putting a video, like whether it's the Duggars or anything, by the time you work out that what she's saying is nonsense, she's already got paid for that video. That's why I'm saying she's really, really clever like that. Nothing, apparently. We've had 17 minutes of nothing, commentator. How are you? Yeah. She does do that. Busy bee, yeah. So, hello, Ballistic. Sneaky snake. Yeah, so that's what she does, because she knows that if she starts off, so remember when she was doing all those, where she did those, oh, I'm Michelle Duggar, and this is my book of school lessons. When she was doing that, nobody was watching those 30 seconds. But by putting video clips in, people at least are watching the first 30 seconds before they switch off, so she gets her money. Just a hint. I don't know how long. I don't know what the timing is, but yeah, it's long enough for her to get paid. So that's how she gets her views. And then they'll go. Then you'll watch, and you go, no, I don't want to watch this. Well, it's already too late. So the easiest thing to do is not watch. Oh yeah, I hated her Michelle invitation. It was the worst. Oh, her comedy days. Oh yes. Can YouTube strike for burps when we can report if they burp on anyone? A security briefing, hey, commentator. Wow.
I'm not going to answer questions about how much you get paid on sponsorships. I don't.
Because you don't know.
Tell people how much money I make. It's rude.
Did she say she won't tell anyone how much money she makes because it's rude? Well, she's so flat. I don't watch at all in case it benefits her. So there are programs you either watch. The way to get around it is to put an ad block on. So you can download these ad blocks, and that means you can watch it and with no ads. So so if you use an ad block, she doesn't get the money for the ads. She's not funny.
I'm not going to answer questions about how much you get paid on sponsorships. I don't tell people how much money I make. It's rude.
She doesn't tell how much money she makes. So it's rude. Hello, Keno. Keno, finally, there's something coming your way too. You should have an email. No. Well, people are watching it.
No, I don't like using fun sounds to bleep out it. I'd rather just not swear, to be honest.
Only how much others make. Oh, that'd be funny to play them with an ad block. I bet that annoys her. She can see how many yeah, I think she can. So rude to everybody. She makes enough that neither of them get a job. What was she saying? Oh, about not swearing. And it's just as well, Keno, because like we're going back. Well, we've got some restrictions. I don't know whether they're going to tighten our restrictions again. So I've had to try and get everything done before we go into lockdown. Tell me this though, right? We have to wear masks indoors. Why does that mean you have to stock up on toilet paper? Can anyone tell me that? What does bog rolls have to do with wearing masks indoors? Can someone make that make sense? There you go. I said it. Make this make sense. Why? Why do you need bog rolls when you have when you have to wear your masks indoors again? Why?
No, I don't like using fun sounds to bleep out it. I'd rather just not swear, to be honest. And I also try to be mindful of not being overly graphic and detailing anything, to be honest.
Did you hear that? She doesn't like to give stuff in graphic detail. Did you all hear that? Like, did you miss that? Oh, yay, Kim. Yay. Are people doing butt stuff with them? I don't know what they're doing. The damn new paper nightmare happening again. We seem to take turns, Gail. But we're not even in lockdown. We've just got to wear masks. You know, Claire. All right, let me just pull that back again, because like she talks about the fact she doesn't swear and she doesn't use graphic detail.
Tell people how much money I make. It's rude. No, I don't like using fun sounds to bleep out it. I'd rather just not swear, to be honest.
Only how much others make, it says there.
And I also try to be mindful of not being overly graphic and detailing anything, to be honest. On YouTube, at least.
Then she says on YouTube, at least. Same here, even if you're vaccinated, so they have a new transmitter. What about the graphics in the IBLP that she discussed? Toilet paper is a secret weapon to defeat the virus along with pasta and eggs. You got to wear masks on the loop. Well, I'm just wondering whether bog rolls make special masks, whether there's a special mask. I don't know about it. I'm dying of bog roll. Just popped in to say hello, interact for the algorithm. Much love. Thank you, Ballistic. Wish someone would have time and edit and mash up her first statements. It didn't even pass 3 days. Okay. Stop it. I think was it one of the streams last week? I think we talked about what bog roll was, that it was a word for toilet paper. I was going to say dunny paper, but yeah, I don't know. Like I was in the post office today, and the lady was saying, "Oh," she said, "everyone's walking around with blue paper." She said, "What's going on? Are we going back into lockdown? We haven't heard." And I went, "Nah, we just have to wear masks indoors. We can't have more than 5 people at our house and 30 people at a public event. That's all." You think the world's ending. I love it. I love it. I mean, one of somebody that I know is a public servant, and they don't like wearing masks at work. So they've all decided they're not going into work. They're going to work at home. Logs in the bog. My older boys call the loo the bog. I'm waiting for her to tell us how nice she is, since she's told us she never said that she was nice. Oh, well, there goes Joe's stock at your house. Well, actually, I get mine delivered in a 24 box every 3 months from a company called Who Gives a Crap. That is the name of the company, and they actually donate to charity, and it's like an ethical toilet paper company. So yeah, I get mine. Get 24. I get a box of toilet paper, and it lasts me 3 months. Yeah, I am actually. And what happens is that each roll of toilet paper has a different wrap on it. So some have fun facts, some that they might even put puzzles on them. When you finish uni and feel better, you should do a mashup. Oh, yes, I should do. Actually, I'm on mid-Vanandra in about 3 weeks. I'm on mid-semester break, and I have about 6 weeks off. But I have to keep working on projects. But essentially, yeah, I'm ethical toilet paper. So do they only ask the trees nice if they? Yes, they do. Do you know there is some woman in Australia, talk about ethical, there is some woman in Australia that they did a story on, that she said she asks her baby consent before she changes their nappy. And it's like the baby's like, can't talk. So how does the baby give consent? Can I change your nappy? Do you think that's going a little bit overboard? Because I do. Six weeks is old enough for us. Did you hear that? Have you heard that, Osbel? Did you see that? I have to sit. Wait on, give me a moment. I got Katie's been kicked out. We've got rid of Katie for a moment. I'm sure it was like a couple of weeks ago, because I went, oh, this is stupid. Guess what? I've just deleted the page. Oh, nappy consent is big there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here you go. An Australian mum who refuses to let her kids let parents kiss or cuddle her daughter unless she gives consent has sparked a fierce debate. As a parent, I consent with my daughter. That's been something bothering me. So my daughter this one is 2 years old, and I've been in the process of teaching her consent, basically from the day she was born. So when adults say, well, we have to ask for a kiss and a hug, not even the grandparents can go and give not even the grandparents are allowed to. My daughter and her body do not exist to make anyone feel comfortable and feel anyone more loved. It's not her fault, and it's my fault. The older generation haven't taken time throughout their whole lives to learn how to regulate their emotions so consent doesn't continue to be overlooked. No one's feelings are ever going to be more important than my daughter's right to her own body. So that's her. But that was that one. But there was another one about a baby consenting, which I thought was I thought it was totally outrageous myself. Totally outrageous. And the mother goes, "Oh no!" I ask if she wants her nappy changed. That might be the someone from the US, I think. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Here we go. So this is, should we ask for babies' consent before changing their nappies? And it says, speaking to ABC News, she works with parents from birth and teaches them to set up a culture of consent in the home and how to talk to their newborn baby, saying things like, I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby is not going to respond and say, yes, mum, that'd be awesome. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make contact, then you're letting the child know that their response matters. They don't want their poopy changed. I know. And remember, like, you take the nappy off them and you want to put the new one on and they go running around the house. Like, it's like, you can't go out running like that. Oh, I decide who wipes my bum. The ABC experts advises parents to seek their child's consent before changing the nappy. Add to the lists of things officially beyond parity. Others said it is a bit much asked of babies who haven't yet to speak. But she says that her words have been misunderstood. She says parents should communicate with babies while changing their nappies. Even though they can't respond with words, they learn from an early age that they are in control of their bodies. We read to small children with no expectation they'll pick up a book and read it back to us. What we are doing is basically building a foundation of literacy and normalizing reading. So what? I heard a mum asking if she could change his nappy in the NICU ward when my son was born, and I requested more drugs. Well, what about here's another thing. Does that apply to those older people that don't have control of their functions or their minds? So, and they need to be changed. Does that mean you have to ask them for they need consent? Consent to change the nappy? No. What if the diaper rash hurts? Anyway, I don't know how I got into this topic. Anyway. It was something that was in the video that sparked it anyway. Yeah. Oh, back to KJ. So anyway. Changing my son's nappy was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. Oh, good question. Someone says, honestly, I was told intelligent people don't need to swear. That's why I'm so intelligent. Oh, I think it's a bit harder if they're not in control of their minds. That's different. They're not in control of their bowels. That's right. It started with damn bog rolls. Good. Oh boy. All right. The actual is you're supposed to get permission, but in reality it's something that has to be done without. Well, it becomes a sanitary issue. I mean, it becomes issues if it's not done. So, yeah. All I can say is I'm glad that I am not of the age where I technically I could have more children if I wanted to, but I don't want to. But I'm glad I don't have any little kids because I don't think I could cope with all the new rules. I don't think I could cope. I'm glad I'm at the other end of the spectrum. I would be just always in trouble. I think it's nice that I can play your videos and not have any vulgar language going through.
Videos to not have language in them, so that if you're cleaning your house and your kids are listening, they're not going to hear anything nasty. And I think you can tell a good story without being overly graphic about anything. And
just the nasty views and negative discussion. Oh, so you can talk about stuff without being overly graphic. Wow. Bearded baby. Cuss like a singer. Hello, Bugsy. Anyway. Just the nasty views and negative discussion, dragging, teasing, tearing apart.
It's the people that are asking about money are just asking me that because they want to tell the trolls how much money I'm making.
Of others.
I have the ability to decide if something's rude or not. So
listen up, kids. Different holes. When did she stop being graphic? I thought she was being very graphic. Because, Harrison tells us you and Rick are quite a night. I figured that's where you were alluding to. Yeah.
Whatever you say, Robin. I just think in general it's rude to talk about money because it'll make people that don't make money feel bad, and then it'll make people that make more. It never makes people happy. And how is that helpful?
We know she stopped being graphic when that was not on her new computer. Well, I mean, the fact is she talked about buying a new computer. Now, if she's talking about she's got a Mac. So if she's already talking about getting a new Mac, you're looking, a good decent Mac is going to be, a couple of grand. Maybe it'd be a bit, just ad block it and she won't make any money. Yeah. Interested in the amount of money she makes. She needs to be mindful of the type of content she's putting out there because she's very manipulative.
Like it just makes people either angry or they call you a liar. Or they say that's not true. I don't know how to do a podcast. Podcasts are
take the filter off.
So much work and you have to get sponsors for that.
Show your face is what the message says. Take the filter off, show your face. Take the filter off, show your face, show your face.
My mother follows a lot of the reality programs that you cover, and I never have to worry about language when I want to show her information that you've uncovered. Thanks, that's the point. Try to be mindful. There's also a lot of really religious people that watch too, so I just don't really curse that much in my real life anymore.
Really? You don't need a sponsor for podcasts, no. She can't buy HP as they running behind in orders. They make them in Mahan. Someone says, I wouldn't watch your videos around kids. They could hear about SACP and the R word. Maybe Claire.
Now that I'm a mom, I have nothing against people that curse, and I do curse, but just not a lot on TV.
She's not on TV. Did you just hear that? Yeah, that was earlier about Todd's other son. Have a listen to that. She says, I still curse, but not just on TV. But since when she's been on TV?
Well, that watch too, so I just don't really curse that much in my real life anymore. Now that I'm a mom. I have nothing against people that curse, and I do curse, but just not a lot on TV.
I do curse, but just not a lot on TV. How many computer chips are up? I only stop cursing when I'm in outer space. Yeah, she believes she's on telly. Got to listen to that again. That's a great quote.
The only thing, I nothing against people that curse, and I do curse, but just not a lot on TV. This is my full-time job, Annie. Podcasts are so much work.
We watched Joe's video and that new one. It was lovely. Oh, yes, it was a lovely night. It was really lovely. Yeah, TV. She's on TV. I swear all the time. It's a sign of intelligence. Into new level of crazy. Yep, the semiconductor shortage has even stopped the automobile. She said that so casually that she thinks she's not. That's the thing. It was so casual. Shoot me, says Kayla. She really seriously thinks she's a major news channel. Well, she does do breaking news, she said earlier. Cody's sister wife 5. Well, if what she says is true, he's probably got some vacancies.
Literally, you have to have all the right equipment, and you can't just get ads on it. And it's just exhausting.
Katie's job outside of YouTube is being a mum to a special needs boy. She's so disillusioned. She thinks she's famous on TV. She's Fox News. She's degrading the whole curse thing because Emily Baker curses. Can KJ be more jealous of Emily? His car companies. Wow. My son bought a truck this weekend. I got a 2020 because I don't have any. Wow, that's amazing. Imagine KJ having to do actual work, says Mary Beth Stoner. Well, she did say she doesn't like contracts. KJ does breaking news. What a laugh. More like a nosy neighbor. Gossip show. Well, she said it before this. Her fan followers have reached a new level of insanity. They scare me. I think she's found a new lot. Yeah, it's quite amazing. I don't, but she makes sense. Oh, yes, you're right, Joe. Breaking news from KJ. Lies of the day from KJ. You don't need sponsors to podcasts. You need to be nice to everyone, especially your subscribers. Yep. Illusions of grandeur. Jess says, boy, anyone who doesn't like contracts like to take advantage of people. Agree, she's agreeing with him. Dr. Grande. She likes Dr. Grande. She doesn't like Dr. Phil. I'd like Dr. Phil. Actually, no. I'd like to see her before Judge Judy, actually. I know Emily just got an award. Didn't she get Influencer of the Year or something? It was a pretty prestigious award. I fear that her output of no contracts, no NDAs could put her at a disadvantage if her YouTube career comes to an end. That is correct. And the other thing is, if she's no contracts, no NDAs, that's really going to stuff up her negotiations if there's any with Tardy. And I have if I was Saltsy, I would still be watching all her stuff. Yes, I know that Dr. Grande's not a psychologist, yeah. Yeah. Seriously, if I lived next to KJ, I would have security cameras all around my house to document her being nosy. Yes, Judge Judy. Could you imagine Judge Judy? I only could have won Best milk monitor is still the upsetter. Mesh's influence of the year and now what? I know, it was pretty amazing, isn't it?
And overwhelmingly, podcasts are not like as profitable. It takes a lot of listens to make money. She was skeptical, but over the past year, I've got her.
It says, doesn't the sound of your dog's nails on the floor
Sources are accurate. That's awesome.
Ever make you think maybe I should?
Oh, that was the other thing. So people were saying that
trim those. Shouldn't I know you can hear the dog's nails on the floor. If I was Saltsy, I would demand a contract and an NDA. Oh, that's what I would be doing. That's what I would be doing. I would be asking for her for an NDA and a contract, of course. Particularly when she says, I don't believe I'm not going to sign them. I was looking at doing a podcast, but I don't know what topic I should do yet. So if you're interested, if you think you'd like a podcast, let me know.
Are lying about this Carver and Johanna thing. And honestly, if there's really lying happening, I kind of know it, but in this situation, honestly, the person that's telling me this is not getting the information from Jim Bob. And they directly know these people. And it's not like this conspiracy that they're hiding. It's just really it's not a thing. They were at a wedding. They were staying at a family's house. I can't remember the last name.
Don't forget, she's got sources. So you reckon a toilet paper would be a toilet paper? 2-ply, 3-ply, 1-ply? I think she meant she wouldn't sign an NDA with people she didn't research. Well, I guess she's researched Tardy and James. It's funny because somebody talked about, was it in one of the lives, maybe the one that yesterday said about her, or was it? I saw a clip where they talked about her play button and asked whether she was going to get it taken off her, and she goes, no, they don't take them off her. But didn't King take somebody's play button? Be an apology that must stay on the website for at least 3 years, knowing she deletes. Refile. Love this community of Joe. I know, it's a great community, isn't it? Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, what shall I say today? Kim took Romeo okay, yeah, that's right. Maybe it's, a lot of people said Tardy should take the play button.
It's bought something, the Bot Ranger family or something like that. And they stayed at their house. Jackson and her were there together. And Jackson is actually friends with Carver. And so that's kind of how it works. And then when I said that Jim Bontrager, thank you. They stayed with the Bontragers, and Carver was there because
gaping hole, cover up.
Wedding was one of them, and
your mouth.
They all have the same friends. Thank you, Bontrager. You can listen in the car by playing the YouTube video through you can hook up your phone. Like how I would listen to YouTube on videos or on YouTube on my car was I would plug my phone in to my car. You can do it through your Bluetooth and then you just press YouTube and play. Or you can do it through your auxiliary. Yeah. That's what I do when I'm listening.
You would do it just because you can, Busy Bee, because apparently you only get, they don't replace them or anything, and it's, it'd be just very petty.
With Katie. It's officially Jared. Yeah, hook up your phones to your car's audio via Bluetooth or aux cord, and then you can watch YouTube. You can listen to YouTube on my
Down the highway to hell. Highway to hell. We're going to a highway to hell. Just listening, getting ready. Yeah, cover your mouth. She is telling people how to use. Yes, she is how to listen to them on. How to listen to her on YouTube. On the car. Well, I thought I might do a podcast of. I thought I might do a podcast of some of my favorite music and play the music, not get the monetization, and then talk about why it was my favorite music and find out some of the history and research some of the history behind that song. That's what I was thinking about.
All right.
Someone says, do you have a background in law?
That's what we do. Okay, but does the bubbly make your tummy bubbly?
What was that? That was a burp. Did you hear the burp?
Carbonation is bubbly. Okay, so that's how you can do that. I feel like it's giving me a stomach ache. It's supposed to give you a stomach ache. No, I don't have anything on the BuzzBees right now.
That's what you give to. That's what you do to us. Give us a stomach ache. Texas court told me they are investigating to see if she disclosed details of a sealed case of signing Sophie Long. They aren't happy. Best phone call I ever made. Says, wow. That could be interesting. That's what I'd do, Scarlett. I would take the play button. I would, and cross out, and I'd put it. Our ultimate humiliation is to have to sign a making public apology to Tati, and it has to be her feature video and can never be removed. It is torture, isn't it? Can you be more sensory sensitive and not eat on stream?
You love that I come with receipts.
Go and bathe. Someone says, I love that you come with receipts. What receipts? Wow. Good luck, Katrina. That ain't going to happen. And in clown makeup.
Bubbly makes you burp so much. I just need to burp. Did I drink it too fast? I haven't had
Stolen from Free Ginger and other blogs. They're her receipts. I'm loving the extra commentary here. And you know what? She hasn't. And this is how you get away with transformation, because there's comments here. So they can't be struck. Claire, that is amazing. I hope she gets into trouble.
carbonation in a long time. So I don't drink soda, honestly, at all. I drink water. So I don't think I've had a carbonated drink in probably a long time.
Actually, the stream before where she was going off about the Catholics and when she and the Toad kissed on stream, and I have not showed you that one because I don't want to make you all sick. Seriously. She was having a carbonated drink then because she asked him for one. It'd be much better if she just acknowledged that she does wrong and reported facts and told people when she added her opinion. I agree, Peter. It was supposed to be Toad. I apologize if I said Toad. Someone said that's why your skin looks so good, because she doesn't drink carbonated drink. She looks crazy smiling at that. Maybe that's the business she's sorting out today. I don't know. She said she's got a business meeting. It's probably with her lawyer. But what type of lawyer? Carbonated drinks make my stomach blow up on the honey button. The case was sealed in October. That's why Texas court could not understand how KJ was still discussing it 7 months later. Court says I wasn't the first to call them about her. She should do a video apologizing to her and paste it. Yeah, that's interesting. But she was saying it's come from the mother. So if her source is the mother, they both could be in trouble. See, this is where I don't think she thinks about the consequences of what she's doing, because she's essentially put somebody else at risk. Maybe less of the Kool-Aid drinking, maybe. Because how many, like, there was the other video the other day where she said, when she was talking about her source, and she said she, and another time she said, you know, so she always gives these hints about the sources. She doesn't, I'm not sure whether it's deliberate, where she gives enough information to out them, or she does it unintentionally, but she's potentially putting people's lives at risk. And so if she's saying that she's been in touch with Sophie Long's mother and the information has come from her, then she's going to be in trouble. People also called the... Well, I heard that too. I think she said at one time it was the sister, then later said she spoke to them. I don't, yeah. Wow. 9 days for each contempt. Yeah.
That's why my skin looks so good. Well, this is a filter.
This is a filter. Did your hair get darker? Can you ask Todd to come on for a quick hello? So having something to do with it at this point, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't use filters on YouTube, so that my skin is my skin. I normally just drink regular water. Who are these people that are asking about my husband? They're so weird. I do drink coffee, but coffee is not carbonated. Oh, wait. I had a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Is that carbonated? I think that's carbonated. And I had beer. That's carbonated, but I don't drink that much, so...
Perhaps you're offended. We all know about the private law reporting if you went to journalism school. So you haven't missed anything at all, have you, Gail? If it's a first offence, you most likely get probation and fines. What about the wine? Bring out the toad beefcake. Boy, all this time I thought coffee was carbonated. Who cares what she drinks? But she doesn't drink much beer. Come on, I went on Joe's stream with no makeup. Hey, I don't wear makeup at all. Peter Hine, she's going to write the next Orange is the New Black with the badly reported drama. She's too much. We all have fizzy coffee. Oh, I love it. Oh, boy. Well, at least, look, at least it's we can laugh about it, I have to say.
Seltzer is bubbly. Okay, so maybe I've had some carbonated. I guess I wasn't really thinking about carbonated. But now I have a stomachache. For the carbonation. Maybe it was the combo. Maybe. All right, you guys, go. Thanks for being here tonight. Bye.
Maybe it was the combo? What's by that? So there you go. There wasn't much. So she essentially went on to say, I think she went on to say that she had a business meeting and she may not be around much tomorrow, but she had one video, which contradicts the fact that she's a breaking news channel when she said she had a video that she'd filmed that she only had to edit. So that's that argument done. Oh, I don't know, Gail. She drinks a lot. I mean, I guess it's perspective, but if you have more than one drink a week, I think that's a lot if you're a drinker, not a social drinker. So this was what she said about her play button. People keep asking me why I don't hang my play button up so subs can see it on my camera. The play button has a mirror and my ring light reflects off it, making it an unpleasant experience for viewers. I still very much have the play button. It wasn't taken away. Not sure why people think that. Anyway, here it is, what it looks like and why I don't hang it. I remember when you had it hanging up, everyone was commenting about what was showing on the wall. Yep. But why does it have to be on her stream? Why can't it just be hanging on the wall, not in the view of the light? That's what I want to know. YouTube can't repossess your plaque. Todd Paulson, LOL, taken away. She only had to edit because it's fake news. If she had a glass of wine or beer almost every day, that's not a lot, but she seems to drink to the point of being tipsy and she is rude. You can see the ring light. I mean, it was hung behind her set on the original picture. Oh, I have my play button on the chain. So I will. If I ever have a play button, it's going to be there for all and sundry. But I think the only. Oh yes, there was a lot of stuff. She upset a lot of Catholic people. There's been a lot of people that have come out. I've seen a lot that have done videos about all her Catholic church stuff. And the fact that apparently, it was, and don't forget, Father Mike became Father Jerry. Father Mike comes out of the closet, goes into the closet, and comes out of the closet as Father Jerry. I shouldn't really make fun of that. It's not really funny. So, I'm back, and yes, that was funny. Yes, she got her play button when she reached 100,000, just like Emily got hers when she reached 100,000 too. So just so that you can have a look, this is Instagram. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7, 8, 9, I think today that were posted. But it's all about Duggars. Oh yeah, and then when she's talking about when she was going off about the Catholic Church. Kasia doesn't deserve a button gets pressed sometimes for enjoyment. Because nobody asked her about her play button. She only did it because of MLA. Didn't she take it down because it was showing the plot? That's the other theory, Bugsy, was that it had something to do with there was also there was also a live she did well, that will be interesting, Gail, because she after her COVID vet, she posted something like 13 Twitter posts or something. There was also a video of a photo that I saw of one of the lives that she did. Was it when Derek Chauvin when she live streamed the Derek Chauvin matter, and somebody found that had picked out that there was cases of beer in the wardrobe. She was at 100 that she had to apply late because she had a strike. Oh, that's right. She did have a strike. I researched that case you redacted to from the Rick and Normanton, and that defendant ended up pleading guilty due to insanity, had schizophrenia. Wow. Oh, I just want to say I'm just really overwhelmed and just shocked, actually, because I still get shocked. And I have a happy I have a happy boss because I'm on 1,250, and like that just absolutely blows my mind. So I want to thank each one of you that watch, each one of you that subscribe, each one of you that's joined the choir, and know how much it's appreciated. Yeah. So the other thing was I put on the community tab about a members only stream. I did actually put it open to everybody, so I got overwhelming no. So I might actually make it for members only to see whether the members want members only. But obviously, most people don't want members only. The other thing is that I've been following. There's a few videos on there about Christian Porter, the Australian politician, whose lawyers got a conflict of interest and has to convince the judge that she's able to act. That's going on at the moment, and that is just unbelievable as to what that is revealing, because the judge has actually asked for all the defenses and everything from the actual defamation case to see whether they're linked. It's really amazing. So, oh, and one other thing. I'm going to give you a link. If you haven't checked this link out, you need to. It's also on the community. Actually, it's on the community tab. It's for members only. It's a Facebook link. My daughter is doing an internship for a beauty magazine. So she's a dermal science student. She's just become a member of the Dermal Science Association, dermal clinician. And there is a company or magazine that goes out to all the dermal clinicians, and she's going to be interning for them. And so this is part of her university assignment. And she was interviewed by them today. And anyway. Well, thank you, Sandy. So that's the link for it. It should be on the company is Beauty. Let me find it. I'll find it on Facebook. Anyway, it's my daughter. She also has an Instagram page called, I'm going to link it for you because she's does it as a student. So and these are all on public. This is her Instagram if you'd like to follow her. She actually does reviews of skincare. as well of different products. So, for example, she's now getting to the stage where companies are sending her stuff to review as well. But she'll talk about the importance of, so this is routine newness from first impressions. So this is the first time she's used this brand. And then she's talking about proper reviews about it. So this one is a Frank Body hair mask. So it's her review. So she does reviews, and she talks about skin, and she's had some acne. She's had acne issues her whole life. So it's about she can't do Botox actually because she has to do a nursing degree. She doesn't care about the abuse. She made a TikTok now. It's gone 8. Wow. Yeah. She doesn't do, but she does laser, and she does facials, and she does skin analysis. She does pigmentation stuff. She does electrolysis. She does skin analysis. So this is that's my daughter. So she'll often do face masks and talk about her own journey. So if you go Instagram, have a look at that. This is the stuff that they use at uni, I think. So she reviews different products, and she does it because she's a student. So she does it from a student point of view. And yes, they did drop her. Wow. So anyway, so if you great, they've released more exposure sites. You can tell her that her mum sent you. But yeah, just yeah. So she's done all of that. She's also done some of the stuff. She's been some of the students need people with freckles, so she's been used for freckle stuff. So for example, if Halo Beauty's looking and they're looking for a very bright, intelligent young lady, I got the girl. The ordinary is great. I use so she looks at different stuff and reviews it. So she looks at it from a student point of view, and she'll go, this is not student approved. This is not good if you're a student. She also will look at products. So someone said to her, look, I've had this reaction with this product, and she'll go ask her a few questions. And then, and the other thing is I had a lot of swelling around my ear and around my lymph nodes. And, she was actually able to guide and direct me how to massage it safely. So she knows her stuff. And she also made me my own face cream. I did say to her she should bring out her own range. But anyway, the beauty, I'll also put the company that she's going to be working for. It's called Beauty Industry, and it's Australian, but you can follow them. So it's a community. So this is them. So this is they design magazines for people in the industry. So for the the beauty industry, give tips on clients and stuff. So that's that one as well. There's been 403 views of that video. It was oh wow. The other thing was my daughter had said, Mum, I know how loud you are. I have a very important interview at 11 o'clock. I need you to stay in your room because I don't want you making too much noise. So I was confined to my room. So this is the page. So it's so anyway, this is so it's for therapists and business owners, but it's also talks about products as well. So if you like this type of stuff, so this is clinical hydrating, brand that does both. There she is. If you haven't seen it, that's my daughter. Retailing and selling post-treatment and all of that sort of stuff. So they've got anyway, she's writing for the magazine that goes into all the shops and be doing some videos and stuff. So I'm quite excited about it. And we don't know where it's going to go. I mean, if she's amazing, hopefully they'll offer her a job. Because she's looking for a job at the moment. Oh, okay. So your daughter made oh, wow. You know, when you visit a restaurant cafe and you look at their Instagram and get a peek of what their meals look like, well, believe it or not, your clients do that to your business too. So, but yes, so this is the type of stuff she can do all of this stuff as well. So there's podcasts and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so I've given you all those links that you can follow. But yeah, so anyway, that's all of that stuff. That's pretty, yeah, I'm pretty proud. And by the way, she does the interview in the kitchen. Sorry, in the dining room. But yeah, it was so funny. She gave well, it's interesting because it was not a course she necessarily wanted to do. It was the one that she got. It's what she got into. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, she will like that. She started that. So yeah, and she takes all her own photos and she does it all herself. And so I quite often find out what's going on from an Instagram page, you know, like something like this. She'll try and make different makeups and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed soon myself. Yeah, so she'll review different products and she'll tell you whether they're any good or whether she's quite honest. So she talks about sustainable because she's also vegetarian. She's also environmentalist. So she likes to do stuff that's we will pray for her for that. Yes. Oh, it would be great. Yeah, so and then she says where she's got them all from and that. So but I actually said to her she should that's yes, so that's her. So that's her. So that's my beautiful daughter. Anyway. But yeah, she's really quite honest. You'll find that she'll talk about having bad skin days. And there was a time where she's got here advice. I don't know. Oh, yeah, all understanding chemical peels. 3 ways to talk yourself up. Ways to chill for cheap. So she's got, you know, she's got this type of stuff here. If your mental health is not great now, how to feel better at taking the social media beyond. So anyway, so she has all of that. Yes, she is. She's gorgeous and smart. So she's one up on me. Oh, she's too up on me. She's gorgeous and smart. I'm just smart. And skin info. What's this one? Oh yeah. She's got here about how retinols work, glycolic acid versus lactic acid. Well, they're peptides. So she does all of she's got all of that information there that she has. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah. Just seeing where she's got one of her face, where she's done her. She was taking one photo a month at one point, or one photo every month with her skin, because she was having some trouble with her skin different times. And she'll come and ask me for the weirdest thing, and I'll say, "Are you taking a photo?" And she goes, "Yes," because usually, and then I look at what she's done with it. But she's very creative, very creative. So her Insta is, I'll just post it again for you. So skincare saves. So affordable skincare. And so she's environment. So this was one of all her empty containers. And then she talked about, please choose your products carefully, better for the environment. I have to work better at this. So anyway, but yeah, you'll see there's lots of stuff. I think this is one of those. Hey, it's me, featuring my pores and pimples and all my unpolished stuff. I had no idea how nerve-wracking it is to be photographed, but I managed to do it. So I'm proud of myself coming out of my comfort zone. So she did have a lot of self-confidence about the fact she did have a lot of acne, but she's embraced it, and So there's this one where she's showing some results. So she'll actually show you results in her problem areas. So that's why I said with KJ for all her skin, with KJ with all her skin problems, I'm more than happy. My daughter could probably advise her. Because so this was April. This was April face update. So her monthly. So she does every month. She used to do a face update and take it through the month, and then talk about. So she made a spreadsheet of her routines to see what would be to see what was causing her pimples, and then she realized. So she's now trying to see whether it's she's trying to work it out. But yeah, there you go. So she'll look at it. So there you go. And she loves Star Wars. And yeah. But anyway, I heard her camera going the other day. She often will just spend a day. She'll often just spend a day where she's just working on photos, and then she sets them to go at different times. But yeah, so anyway, that's my daughter. And she's now on uni break. So she's in her last year of university, and she is about so she finishes the end of the year. And she's very big on wearing sunscreen all the time. She should do cosplay. She probably would she does like, she probably could, you know. She dressed up as I got her a Darth Vader outfit for her year 12. KJ probably wouldn't listen, but you know, but you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to head off to bed. I've got another big day tomorrow. I've got to do more. I've got to nail my recording for my assessment on Thursday. So, and it's annoying me because I can't get it right. So, and I've got to have an X-ray tomorrow on my toe. Oh, wow. I made a Darth Vader rocking chairs for my kids at my last. Wow. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy, for those of you who subscribed to my daughter's Insta, thank you. Yeah, she'll just keep watching her. I'm sure she's going to go from strength to strength. And she would love to find a job. So if there's anyone in the beauty industry that's watching. Yeah. Oh, her skin, she spends a lot of time. There's a lot of work put into that skin, I can tell you now. A lot of time. But she will always, oh, she's already posted already this morning, really? Oh, no, that's the old one. I was going to say, not already. No, she hasn't. Yeah, so there's a whole routine that she does, and she does, you know, and then yeah, it's pretty standard routine that she has. But she will keep a note of all the products that she uses and what she uses them for, and it's been good because when she was learning to do facials and stuff, I was getting facials. So must be nearly time to have another one. Anyway, so thank you for all your love, support, and care for Harrison. Thank you for being part of this community. This is an amazing community. And, you know, we do have a space where we can talk freely and, you know, vent frustrations, disappointments, and celebrate achievements. It's so great when we've got achievements. So all going well. I'll see you tomorrow night. And I don't know if I don't know whether will speak to my doctor after the X-ray results or anything. Thanks. But I'll keep you posted on my toe. But it's just like every time, like, you know, I'm saying to someone, you're not going to believe what I've done this time. And now Harrison, because I told Harrison I fell down the stairs, and so now every time I've got to go say to him, I've got to go downstairs, and you'll say, don't fall. So anyway, all right, thank you all. Have a great night or great day, and have fun. Just have fun. I'm going to have fun sleeping, going to bed. All right, see ya.